Hey there, yoga enthusiast. It's Amy Joy. Welcome to class. Today's class is a low impact workout, which will take about 30 minutes long. Settle into your place. All you need today for this practice is your yoga mat, your friendly cat, and that's about it. So settle into your space. Maybe take a few deep breaths as we get ready to get rolling. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, and let's get ready to go. Take a deep breath, raise your hands up to the sky, interlace your fingers, stretch up, reach over to the right, turn your head to the left. Inhale breath, go up to center. Exhale, reach over to the left. Long side body stretch down the right side of your body and come back up to center. Bring your interlaced fingers behind your head, twist to the right, come back to center, twist to the left. Come back to center, release your hands down to your side. Take any freestyle movements here in between as we transition into tabletop. Once in tabletop, arch your belly down, inhale breath, look up to the sky. Exhale, arch your back to the sky. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arch your back, navel to spine. Inhale, look up. Exhale, tuck your chin, navel to spine. Inhale, look up, chest comes forward. Exhale, arch your back, chin goes to the chest. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arch the back, chin to chest. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arch your back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arch the spine. Inhale, look up. Curl the toes under and bring your hips to your heels. Stretch your spine long as we bring the forehead to the mat for child's pose. Take 5 deep breaths here, inhaling in through the nose, expanding the lungs, exhaling back out through the nose. Inhale breath, exhale. Inhale, relax. Exhale. Come up to hands and knees. And take the right arm up to the sky on an inhale breath. Exhale. Take the arm under the body, thread the needle. Lean slightly into your right shoulder. Hold this pose for a moment as we stretch the shoulder blade out. And bring the left arm down to the face. Press into the hand. Bring the right arm up to the sky on an inhale breath. And then plant it back down onto the mat. Switching sides. Taking the left side up to the sky on an inhale breath. Exhale. Thread the needle, bringing the arm across the body to the right side of the mat. Walk the right hand forward. And take 5 deep breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Bring the right arm down to the face. Press into the mat. Bring the left arm up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it back down to the mat. Shift the weight forward, bringing the hips down to the mat. Find cobra pose. Look up. Exhale, shift the hips back to the heels. Find child's pose. Briefly, then shift the weight forward, bringing the hips down to the mat. Find cobra pose. Hinge back at the hips, bringing the hips down to the heels, forehead to the mat. Now shift the weight forward, bringing hips to the mat. Look up, cobra pose. Inhale, bring the hips back down to the mat, head to the mat. And exhale, shift forward, hips to the mat, look up, cobra. Inhale, bring the hips back to the mat, forehead down. Exhale, look up, cobra. Inhale, bring the hips to the heels and curl the toes under. Push up into downward facing dog, bringing the hips to the sky. You can pedal out your dog, stepping one foot at a time, left and right, left and right. Maybe even shake your head a little from side to side, getting that body nice and loosened up, warmed up. So we're going to spread out the fingers nice and wide onto the mat. Push back, push out of the shoulders, away from the mat. Now stretch your heels down one at a time, just getting that lengthening in the spine. Raise the right leg up to the sky and bring it forward, extending right knee to left elbow. Inhale breath, right leg goes up to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale breath up to the sky. Exhale, right knee to nose, shifting the weight forward. Inhale, stick that right leg right back up to the sky and then place it down to the mat. Switch sides. Inhale, extend the left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring that left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, bring left knee to right elbow. Inhale, leg goes to the sky. Exhale, bring the knee to nose, shifting the weight forward. Inhale, breath, leg goes right back up to the sky once again, and then gently place it down to the mat. Shift the weight forward. Find a high plank as you press down into the mat, creating a straight line as if a plank of wood, and then lower down to the mat. Slowly lower down, keeping elbows in toward the body, and then come up for cobra. Look up to the sky. Shift the weight back into the hips, right upon the heels. Lower the head down to the mat for child's pose. You may choose to shift your weight from side to side here a little bit, just working into the hips. Walk your hands forward. Shift your weight into your chest and push your chest forward, pressing into your forearms. Lower your hips down to the mat. We'll do a seal pose here. So bring your arms all the way out to the sides of the mat, to the top of your mat, and press up. Looking up here, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Now stretch your hands nice and long so that you stretch your body. Reach for the right foot with the right arm for half boat pose. Kick into the right hand. Use the left hand as a little bit of leverage to push you off of the mat. Hold for a moment and then lower down. Switching sides. Left arm, left hand goes to left foot. Once you find the grip, kick into the left hand so that you create a teardrop, kicking that foot up to the sky as high as possible. Then slowly release back down to the mat. Bring hands to the sides, right under your armpits. Push up. Find yourself in downward facing dog. Just stretch the heels down to the mat here, pushing the arms away from the mat. We're going to lower back down, this time into dolphin pose. So bring the forearms down to the mat and shift the weight a little forward so that now you're utilizing upper body strength here. You may have brought your hands together into a diamond shape. If so, that's perfect. Now come back up into downward facing dog. Step the feet forward. Hang out in ragdoll. So bring hands to opposite elbows. Let your head, neck, and back hang heavy. You're forward folding here, not holding on to any resistance, allowing a nice deep stretch in the back of your legs. Your hamstrings will feel this, and feel free to shift your weight from side to side as we just warm up the legs in the back. Bring the hands back down to the mat. And then inhale, halfway lift, bring hands to knees. Flat back, lower back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower down. This is really great for the back of the legs. You'll feel this in your legs and also maybe your back as well. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower down. I like to do a few of these. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower down. Just until I can feel that those muscles activated and working. So inhale, come all the way up to standing mountain pose. Then sink the waist and the hips down. Find your chair pose. Extend the arms long, activated, chest forward. Then roll down all the way down to the mat. Stretch your hands to the mat. Walk your legs out left and right. Shift the weight forward. Come into downward facing dog. High to low push up. Lower yourself all to the mat. Go ahead and come up into cobra or up dog. Hinge at the hips. Bring the hips back and then come down, hips to the mat. Come back to child's pose. Hips to the mat, look up. Cobra. Child. Cobra, look up. Exhale. Come back to tabletop position. Then gently stand onto your knees. Bring your hands to the small of your back. Place your fingertips down towards your bum. Look up to the sky. Tilt your chest forward. Look your head back behind you. Then reach for your heels behind you. Slowly lower one hand at a time down to reach your heels. Finding camel pose. Taking deep breaths. Then placing hands back on the small of your back, helping to support yourself out of the posture. Bring your hips down to your heels, forehead down to your mat. Find child's pose. Stay here and breathe. We'll take about 5 breaths. Inhale, come all the way up as if doing a camel's pose. However, hands stay extended long. Just doing a little bit of a back bend here, arms stretched out wide like a Y. Then exhale, forward fold, come down to child's pose. Inhale, dynamic camel, arms out like a Y. Exhale, come down to child's pose. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, dynamic camel. Exhale, fold. Inhale, dynamic camel, back bend. Exhale, bringing hands to mat. Inhale, camel. Exhale, forward fold, head to mat. Inhale, dynamic camel. Exhale, 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 head to mat. And find your breath here. We'll stay in child's pose for a few breaths. Shift your weight forward, hands and knees. Place your hands on your feet. Lean the body back. Place the back onto the mat. Take your hands overhead, hero pose. Begin to walk the shoulder blades down closer to your feet, arching the back with a deeper back bend. Stay here. Breathe a few breaths. This is a really deep stretch for the quads, so it does require a little bit of time to settle into this and to allow the quads to give up the resistance and start to open up here. So just find your breath, become very comfortable. You can extend your arms long. Bring your hands back down to your feet. You're going to use your elbows and forearms to help support you getting out of this posture. So you can keep your head back. We're going to go to the forearms and hold here. Finding an upper back bend as though we are in half of a fish pose with hero legs. Then place your hands onto the mat and push yourself back upright. Now we're going to extend the legs long and take the left foot, stepping it across the right leg straight. We'll take right elbow and hook the right elbow over the left knee. Walk that left hand back behind you. Take your head and gaze looking over the left shoulder. Nice spinal twist. Now we'll do the opposite side. So we'll take the right leg and cross it over the left leg, and take the left elbow and cross over the right knee. Looking over your shoulder, finding a spinal twist. Come out of the twist. Place your hands underneath your knee creases. Gently lean back. If you can do full boat here, then fantastic. If not, you'll just have your calves about parallel to the mat, as well as your chest making a V shape here for half boat. Bring your feet back down to the mat. And we'll take a quarter turn to face the screen. And we'll bring the soles of the feet together. And we can hold them together with our hands. We'll bring the knees down as far as possibly comfortable. Now you can adjust the angle here that you're creating with your legs by shifting your feet, walking them forward or bringing them closer in toward you. When you find that perfect setting, go ahead and look down toward your feet. Shift your weight forward a little bit or a lot, whichever feels really the best in your body. And we'll hold this for a moment here. Butterfly pose, one of my favorites. Just allowing those inner thigh muscles to open up naturally. No sense in pushing or forcing this here. And we're going to come on out by finding a wide-legged straddle. Walk the body forward here. Trying to bring the chest down as close as we can to the mat or the ground. So walking the arms forward. You can look down. See if you can get a little bit more depth here. So we're forward folding essentially with a wide-legged straddle. Now walk yourself over to your right leg. Reach for the bottom of the foot. You can find the toes, the heel, the ankle, or the calf, wherever your bend leads you to today. However, that body is feeling really good. Just want to be in the direction of bringing the head toward the knee. Taking a few deep breaths. And then we'll switch and walk ourselves over to the left foot. So again, just finding that place where you're comfortable, reaching, not overextending yourself. Maybe going to your edge. You can walk yourself back to center. Press up and align back with your mat. We're going to lower down to our forearms and drop the head back for fish pose. You can take 3 lion's breaths here, extending your tongue out of your mouth, exhaling with ujjayi breath, and press yourself back up. We're going to do a reverse plank here. So bringing your hips back up to the sky, pressing your feet down, and then bringing the bum back down. Forward folding with legs together, bringing arms around to reach for the toes. Trying to bring chest directly flat on top of legs. So eliminating that curve in your spine as much as possible. Use your forearm strength to pull your body down. And release. Come back up. And we'll do one more round. We'll again reach for the toes. Forward fold. We're using bicep strength here. Then come back out. Bend your knees. Straighten the left leg and bend only the right leg. Stretching the quads now individually, one at a time. So first we'll hold with our forearms, finding a fish pose with our upper back. Now we'll lower down, find a deeper stretch here. Release the right leg, bend the right knee, interlace your fingers around your right knee. We'll pull the right knee down toward our chest, but avoiding the rib cage, so maybe swinging that knee around the chest as you pull it in. Then switching sides, releasing the right foot down to the mat nice and straight. We'll take the left foot, maybe switching the weight to the right side just a little bit as you get into position. So folding that left foot under your bum, finding half hero on the left side. You can bring hands up overhead, reaching for opposite elbows. So getting this nice deep quad stretch on each individual side, one at a time. Come on out of that. Keep the left knee bent. You're going to pull it up toward your chest, avoiding the rib cage. Swing it around, interlace the fingers on the underside of the knee, pull the knee toward the chest. And then bring both knees up toward the chest. We're reaching for opposite elbows here. You may lift the head while you grab the grip, but then bring the head back down to the mat. You want to bring all 4 corners of your back down flat to the mat. So shoulder, hips, and hips, the tailbone nice and flat to the mat. See if you can flatten the back. which will cause you to pull the knees in. Then go ahead and roll up to seated. Meet me here. We'll take in a few deep breaths, opening the palms up for receiving. And bringing the hands together, prayer hands. Namaste. The light in me bows to the light in you. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. I hope you have enjoyed this session. It has been my pleasure leading you in class. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Let me know if you have any questions or comments on this video and any other content that you may want to see. I'd be happy to offer in the next upcoming video. For now, check out some of the other videos on my channel linked here. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Ta-ta for now. See you in the next one. Be centered. Namaste.